Good afternoon. My name is Steve Chapek. I'm with Senior Care Advisor Group. I'm the owner and chief advisor with the company and wanted to spend a couple minutes with you just to talk about Alzheimer's and dementia. I know that when someone starts to consider needing their loved one to have a place to go to that's a secured environment, that it's a very difficult decision. I want to give you some hope though today in regards to when someone does need a secured environment due to their memory impairment. It's really, really important to consider having them go in earlier than later. As a person starts to progress through dementia, they really struggle to adapt to that new environment. I've seen time and time again that when someone had moved into a community that I oversaw, and I had overseen assisted livings with memory care, that when someone came in that was higher functioning, the first few days were tough. I'm not going to tell you they weren't. They were. It was an adjustment period for that person. But after that, they adjusted to where their room was. They built relationships with the staff and other residents there. And they really adapted to a much better level than those that came in later in the disease process. Those that came in later in the disease process really couldn't get a handle on where their room was. So they moved around more aimlessly. They really couldn't build connections with the staff or the other residents in the environment. So it made it for a more difficult situation for them long term. I know it's very emotional for families to even consider this, but I wanted to give you that sense of hope. The other thing that I've seen, that when someone moves into a secured environment, I've had families in the past when I was an administrator that would come to me maybe 6 weeks after their loved one had moved in and hint to the fact that they're doing so well, that their loved one is doing so well in the community, that they think they're getting better and would like to take them home. Now, the reason why in the right community folks will sometimes even improve slightly is because that environment is set up for them and them only. It's set up for folks that have impairments. Because in our own home, we're not able to wake up randomly at different times of the night to be there for that loved one and not to get slightly agitated and say, hey, it's time to get back to bed because we're tired in an environment that is made just for them. Those caregivers have slept during the day and now are awake at night. So they're not looking to help that person get to bed as quickly. They can figure out if the person is just hungry, do they need a snack? And they don't need to rush them back to bed. They allow that person to either have a snack, relax a little bit, and their body starts to tell them that it's still bedtime. So the caregiver will then assist them back to their room. So even though the thought of a secured environment for your loved one is very difficult, please know that in the long run, finding a good community and helping them get adjusted earlier rather than later to that environment really makes for a better situation for your loved one long term. My name is Steve Chapek. Again, I'm the owner and chief advisor of Senior Care Advisor Group. Please reach out to us if we can be of assistance to you. Thank you so much. Have a blessed day.